Usapan sa Balay, News and Current
Ang
Affairs.
palatuntunang maghahatid sa inyo ng mahahalagang impormasyon.
Usapan sa Balay.
Sapat na kaalaman, kapaki-pakinabang at kinakailangan ng bayan.
Usapan sa Balay. Ating samahan ang mga host na sina Napule at Madelynne Dominguez.
Magandang hapon po sa ating mga online viewers. Narito na naman po tayo sa panibagong episode ng National Press Club of the Philippines. Ito po si Napule
at Madelynne Dominguez
dito po sa Usapan sa Balay. Ayan, kapatid, mayroon na naman tayong panibagong talakayan, no? Ano ba ang hot na issue ngayon?
Actually, yung topic natin ngayon, partner, requesto ng mga estudyante na nag-aaral ng abogasiya at ng ibang kaibigan din nating mga lawyer. Kasi ngayong pandemic, hindi natin maiiwasan na intensified pa rin yung mga drug operation na ginagawa ng ating kapulisan at ng ibang mga operatiba ng autoridad. Unfortunately nga, humingi po kami ng dispensa dahil yung representative po ng PDEA, ang spokesperson si Sir Carion, si Sir Derek, meron silang operation kaya hindi po makakapag-join today. But just the same, nagpapasalamat po kami. Meron man po tayong abogado sa Philippine National Police sa katauhan ni Lieutenant Colonel Mark Julio Abong.
Iyan. At makakasama rin po natin, no? Yung isang talagang masasabi natin may malawak na karanasan, no, sa larangan ng public security at safety and industrial security, si retired Colonel Rodrigo Bonifacio.
Kaya lang, medyo parang di pa yata
hindi pa nakakapasok siya, pero siguro
Pero in the meantime,
bigyan pa natin ng
welcome din po natin si Judge Raymond Joseph Javier, ang Executive Judge ng Bacolod City na humahawak ng mga drug cases, kapatid. At humahawak lang pero hindi gumagamit. At andyan din si General Remus Medina, ang Director ng Philippine National Drug Enforcement Group. Siya po yung kasalukuyang Director ng Philippine Drug Enforcement. Alam mo, partner, ang background neto is napaka malawak in terms ng intensification ng anti-illegal drugs. At sa mga yung kanyang ahensya is engaged din sa importation and trafficking ng mga illegal drugs. So, base sa kanyang karanasan, napakalawak. At si Judge Javier din naman, bukod sa pagiging judge, naging former solicitor ito para sa kaalaman ng ating mga nagmamonitor sa Office of Solicitor General.
Okay.
At naging third assistant city prosecutor po ito ng Iloilo City at presiding judge ng Regional Trial Court ng Bacolod nga ngayon. Professor din po siya ng law na nagtuturo ng remedial law, civil procedure sa University of Negros Occidental, Recoletos, Bacolod City. So i-welcome po natin si Judge Raymond Javier.
Yes, sir. At ang
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, kapatid na Mads, kapatid na Dennis. Good afternoon all the way from Region 6.
Opo. Welcome natin sila General Medina.
General Medina,
Good
welcome
afternoon po, General.
sa National Press Club, Usapan sa Balay.
Yes, ma'am. Magandang hapon po sa host ng Usapan sa Balay, si Sir Dennis Napule and Ma'am Madelynne.
Opo.
Magandang hapon po.
Magandang hapon po, General. At si
Colonel.
Attorney at Colonel, grabe, no?
Mark Julio Abong.
Mark
Good
Julio
afternoon,
Abong.
Colonel.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Madelynne. Sir, on behalf of the Drug Enforcement Group, good afternoon po. Especially sa isa po kong guest natin, Your Honor, Chief Judge po.
Opo. Ay, o nga po pala, panawagan po sa ating mga online viewers, pwede nyo pong i-like and share. At sa atin din po mga panauhin, kung pwede nyo pong tingnan po sa link, no, ng National Press Club of the Philippines yung ating talakayan ngayon, at pwede natin i-share sa ating po mga kaibigan. Sa ganun po ay makapag-participate din po sila at may inform sa tatalakayin natin dito sa Usapan
sa Balay. So, bago natin tanungin si Judge Raymond, tsaka si General Medina at si Colonel Abong, ang tatalakayin po natin sa mga oras na to is may kaugnayan sa droga. Ano yung mga batas, hindi lang po yung batas, yung mga legalities ng plea bargaining agreement sa drugs. Ano ba ito yung plea bargaining agreements? Siguro konting background lang, at ang the best resource person ay yung person in authority gaya ni judge at saka ni attorney para mag-discuss. Yung plea bargaining po, sa pagkakaunawa ng inyong likod, i-correct niyo po ako kung mali, ito po yung parang pagkakasundo or kasunduan na isinasagawa ng mga prosecution at saka ng mga akusado para mapababa partner yung mga kaso hinggil sa droga.
Mapababa yung penalty.
So, para ma-expedite din yung mga cases natin sa korte na santambak na. So far, yun yung pinaka-essence or gist ng plea bargaining sa drugs. Andyan si Judge Javier at saka si Colonel Abong para magbigay pa ng ibang details kung ano ba yung advantage ng and disadvantage netong plea bargaining sa drugs. Go ahead, Judge. Sinong gustong mauna sa inyo?
Wait. Okay ba? How's my audio? Do you receive me there? Okay.
Apa,
Yes,
clear
sir.
po, clear po.
Loud and clear?
Okay. So let's just for me, let's just discuss a little about plea bargaining. You know, plea bargaining agreement is a sort of a compromise agreement in civil cases. Okay. So under Rule 116 of the Revised Rules of Criminal Procedure, during pre-trial or arraignment or pre-trial, the parties can come into an agreement, regarding, insofar as the accused is concerned, he will be pleading guilty, for a lesser offense, and the penalty, of course, would be the lesser offense. This is, of course, with the consent of the prosecutor and the offended party. In reality, kapatid Mads, in reality, in my court, I obliged the parties to reduce this agreement into writing. Okay, so that it's a formal, formal tayo. There would be a proposal coming from the defense, from the accused, to plead guilty to a lower offense, and if that proposal is accepted by the prosecution, then the prosecutor and the offended party, for hindi lang naman for drug cases, for all types of cases, they accept it. Then the court will now the accused will now withdraw his not guilty plea, change it to a guilty plea, and then the court will immediately sentence him, according to what he agreed upon in the parties agreed upon in their plea bargaining agreement. That's it. That's as simple as that. It's a compromise agreement between the parties.
Is it valid?
Yes, of course. It's allowed by the rules. It's allowed by the rules of court. It is for since time immemorial for all types of criminal cases. Plea bargaining is allowed. Is a remedy which is sanctioned by the rules.
Ay, kapatid, Judge, sandali lang po. May
Interrupt
pumasok
namin,
na po.
welcome din po namin si Colonel Rodrigo Bonifacio, ang founder po ng Volunteers Against Illegal Drugs.
Ayan
Good
po.
afternoon.
Oo. Good afternoon po, Colonel Bonifacio.
Good afternoon, Dennis, Mads, to our fellow guests, si Judge, of course,
Judge.
our friends from PNP Drug Enforcement Group and Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. Magandang hapon po sa kanila. At syempre, nanonood sa ating ngayon yung ating mga PVD advocates, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, pati yung mga Filipino overseas. Maganda itong talakayan ngayon natin. at marami silang matututunan kay Judge.
Opo.
Actually, marami po nakamonitor sa atin, pero tsaka na natin i-greet para mabigyang daan yung discussion kasi marami pong nakamonitor at very interested sa topic na di-discuss natin.
Opo.
Nanonood sa atin ngayon ng Rotary International District 3780, buong Quezon City yan.
Yes
Consists
po,
of
at ang
100
Loyola
food
Heights.
maps.
Ganun
Marami
din
sila.
po ang aming Rotary Club, Loyola Heights sa Lions, Pasay City.
Pasay City Host, Lions Club.
Kaya maganda itong tinatalakay ni Judge. Judge, naririnig ko na po kayo.
So,
Para
Nakamute
nawala yung
po
mic
kayo.
ni Judge.
Okay,
Ayan,
Colonel, good afternoon, Colonel.
Opo.
I hope you're doing fine.
Yeah, we're doing fine actually. Hanggang ngayon, kaya nahirapan ako nakapasok dahil kasalukuyang may ginagawang Zoom meeting yung aming Visayas Area Director. At tatlong region po yung kanyang ginagampanan doon, yung 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
Nag-organize po tayo ng mga volunteers doon.
Sige, if you have time, can you send your director to me,
Opo.
in Bacolod, no?
Opo. Meron po tayo dyan sa Region 6. Makakaasa
Okay.
po kayo dyan.
Sige.
Okay. Yun tungkol sa plea bargaining agreement. Ano po bang naging talagang reason kung bakit dahil lang ba para mapabilis yung kaso o para matulungan natin paano ba pwede ba sabihin na matulungan yung mga nagkaroon ng kaso, di ba? So ano po ba yung talagang rason kung bakit kailangan gawin ito?
Will I answer this one, kapatid Mads?
Ay, opo, yun sa compromise, no?
Okay, sige. Okay, if you ask me, sige, kasi court kami, I can only talk about the aspect with regard to the aspect of the courts, no? I am not representing the prosecution, nor am I also representing the accused. Okay? But I have, of course, experience before representing the prosecution because I have been a drug prosecutor for 7 or 8 years before my appointment as a RTC judge. No? So, meron din akong experience dito. So, now, if you ask me, plea bargaining is a three-pronged approach. No? First, to benefit in plea bargaining would be the accused. No? The accused, the essence of plea bargaining people would be this, it is the assessment of the accused of the evidence of the prosecution. Okay? If the assessment of the accused is the prosecution's evidence is adequate to convict him, no, he will not think twice of pleading guilty to a lesser crime. Okay? Now, with regard to the aspect, with regard to the approach of the prosecutor, with regard to the approach of the prosecutor, this would benefit also his prosecution. Why? It's because he can concentrate on bigger accused, big fish. Let's admit, in my experience, out of 100 cases, the big fish there is only 2 or 3. The small fish there is just 7. Okay? If you give him more time to concentrate on the 3, and leave this 7 either to serve the sentence, or the lesser penalty to serve it, or to apply for probation. The accused has a lot of remedies, but the benefit here for the prosecution is simple. He can concentrate more on the big fish as a prosecutor. Okay. Now, with regard to the aspect of the court, now that this one is good, we can now concentrate more on the part of the court. Now, we can dispose cases a lot faster. Now, we will be disposing cases a lot faster. Kapatid, in RA number 9165, in section 90 of RA number 9165, the law only gives us 60 days, the courts to 60 days to dispose of drug case. No? From the time it is filed before the court, at the time of its promulgation, we are only given 60 days. This is in reality, ito pinakamabilis na dapat. In reality, ito pinakamabilis na disposal. However, we are flooded with a lot of cases. Siguro alam ni General to tsaka ni Colonel Bonifacio, no? In 1 week's time, if you are in a drug court, in 1 week's time, pag lalo na when 2016 when President Duterte came in, ang aming kaso talaga sobrang taas, no? Hundreds.
Nagkaroon lang feedback dito sa amin. Pasensya na, Judge. Ma-interrupt lang kita, no? Kasi kaya ko inulit yung tanong, kapatid, at sa ating mga panahon nila, Nadia, saka kay Colonel, ay tama-tama yung pagpasok ni Colonel Bonifacio kasi para matanong natin si Colonel Bonifacio, Judge Javier, kung ano ang kanyang masasabi tungkol doon sa plea bargaining na yung compromise, anong advocacy nyo o ano ang stand nyo tungkol dito sa plea bargaining, Colonel Bonifacio?
Well, actually, no, ang pinag-uusapan natin yung konsepto ng ating National Anti-Drug Campaign Program. Pumapasok din siyempre yung concept ng plea bargaining doon sa side ng judiciary. But we have to understand that the National Anti-Drug Campaign Program has two pronged approaches. Dalawang pillars yan. No? Yung drug supply reduction, which pertains to the law enforcement. Yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon ng plea bargaining, yan yung epekto ng drug supply reduction program. Okay? But insofar as our concern is, ang pinag-uusapan dito is yung aming advocacy, we deal on the other side of pillar, no? Yung ating drug demand reduction program. Dito sa drug demand reduction program, pwede rin kaming pumasok dun sa konsepto ng plea bargaining. Kasi merong konsepto ng social development program dun. Yung kanyang yung reformation, yung kanyang transformation from incarceration back to the community. Okay? So merong programa ang ating gobyerno doon, ang ating Dangerous Drugs Board, yung ating Preventive Education unit ng Dangerous Drugs Board. So far, yung ating Balai silangan sa Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency is in effect right now. But kami sa People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs, we keep on expanding our membership to keep every Filipino family aware of the evil effects of illegal drugs. In that case, nakakapag-contribute kami sa effort ng ating drug supply reduction na agencies. Kasama na doon yung ating court, no? At alam naman natin na clogging of these drug cases in court, talagang nakakabigat ito sa kanila. Kaya itong plea bargaining program ay napalaking tulong bukod sa nagpapababa ng gastos ng mga akusado dahil siyempre yung abogado niyan. Pangalawa, nakaka-project siya kung kailan niya pwedeng i-avail yung ganong klase ng karapatan niya o yung programa. Kasi pinag-uusapan doon yung yung charge bargaining, isa yun, judge, di ba? Sa charge bargaining, yung sentence bargaining, at saka yung facts bargaining. Baka mamaya may mga facts nga naman na dapat alisin doon. That way, makakatulong kay judge yan in the promulgation of his decision. Magkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na speedy disposition of cases here. Okay. Ganon ang concept. So, sa amin naman, pagka pumasok na dun sa after ng plea bargaining, may epekto sa amin yan sa drug demand reduction program, yung advocacy group sa amin. Papasok kami doon sa konsepto ng social development program, yung tinatawag naming life-trending change. Alternative development consists of livelihood. Okay, yung values formation and spiritual transformation. Andyan yung mga faith-based natin, yung tinatawag nating ubas, ugnayan ng barangay at simbahan. Hindi natin dapat pabayaan yan. Okay? And of course, we need to promote yung ating tinatawag na sports development for the youth. Isa yan sa mga magagandang catalyst to drive them away from the drug menace.
Okay.
Diyan pumapasok ang aming advocacy group.
Okay. Thank you po, Colonel Bonifacio. Kapatid, may tanong ka ba? Mukhang may tanong ka para kay General.
Para kay siguro si General o si Colonel Abo kung pwedeng sumagot. Sa hanay po ng kapulisan, pwede po bang malaman kung meron kayong problemang nai-encounter dito sa pag nagkaroon ng plea bargaining sa pagitan ng akusado at ng
Yes, ma'am.
kapulisan?
Yes ma'am, magandang hapon ulit.
Apo.
Yung pananaw ko po sa plea bargaining, tama po lahat ng mga sinabi nila dyan sa kanila sa nalibigay ng paso. Maganda po yun. Kaso lang, may mga cases kami, hindi ko alam kung isolated cases ito, pero may mga malalaking kaso na nakakapag-avail ng plea bargaining.
Yes.
Yun ang hindi maganda para sa part naman ng sa law enforcement. Kasi po, gaya ng case ng nakuha namin sa Bulacan. Prior to that, nakulong siya 2017. Tapos nakapag-avail siya ng plea bargaining 2019, lumumat siya. Nahuli namin 10 kilos muna, tapos 2 kilos sa Bulacan. Same person.
So, umulit.
Ulit. Kaya gusto kong makuha lahat ng mga statistics kung sino yung mga nag-avail ng plea bargaining na umuulit ng parehong pagtutulak ng droga. Sana yung sa part ng pag-assess ng kaso, yung assessment nila, dapat yung may mga malalaking kaso o potential na maging malaking drug lord, sana ko hindi makapag-avail ng plea bargaining.
Ang dapat general kung tama ang aking perception doon sa pagkakarinig ko. So dapat merong parang bracket or may restrictions, added restrictions. Yun po bang ibig niyo sabihin?
As much as I want na sana yung mga kaso din, kasi malaking burden din sa court yun na napakarami yan, hindi naman ito kanina. Sana din yung mga maliliit na sana mabigyan ng pagkakataon na makapag-avail ng plea bargaining. Pero dito sa mga malalaki sana, during the time na i-assess mo yung kaso, sana hindi sila makapag-avail.
Okay.
If I may recall, kapatid na Match, meron kasi, ang PNP kasi meron tinatawag na, meron silang directive coming from the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management, yung 2018-20, no? Ito kasi, it concerns about plea bargaining of victimless crimes in relation to revised guidelines for continuous trial of criminal cases. So, yan, kailangan talaga nandyan ang PNP. Yan ang role nila. Yan yung post-duties nila. Inaresto, hindi basta-basta madidismiss ang kaso. Lagi silang nandyan. They have to be there, of course, to participate in the trial. No? In short, yung consent ng arresting officer is always needed, no? Dito sa outcome o yung magiging disposition ng ating kaso na hawak ng ating judiciary. Yan ang importance ng DIDM 2018-20 directives nila.
Mukhang may
can I
dadagdag si
comment?
Judge Javier.
Okay, kapatid na Mads, kapatid na Dennis. Ito naman na my take yun naman, no, General, no. Ito. I'm just speaking for myself, no. I'm not speaking for the whole judiciary. Let's be clear about this, no. This is my personal opinion. Okay? No. So I know for a fact that there is, sinabi na nga ni Colonel Bonifacio, yung DIDM circular, yan sa PNP. There is also a department order coming from the DOJ, the Department Order 27. I forgot, 2018 din yan. Coming from the Secretary of Justice.
Yes.
That's right.
What I do not understand, wait. Yes, ano ba? Am I back? Or ba?
Yes.
Okay na?
Yeah.
Did I lag? Para bumagal.
Okay naman po.
Pasensya
Okay naman po,
kasi
Judge. Judge Javier, okay naman po. Clear naman po.
Nasa probinsya kasi ako, alam mo na. So, no. Now, with regard to this one, no, what I do not understand with regard to the 10 kilos, no, in general, no, if that happened in my jurisdiction, meaning sa akin, I will not allow plea bargaining on that. Why? Because there is a department circular, no. The prosecutor will not give its consent. Dahil meron yun in the department circular nila sa Department of Justice, meron doon mga pwede na mag-plea bargain, no? Sa amin, doon din sa guidelines na nilabas din namin sa Supreme Court, meron din doon mga gramo na pwede. Okay? So, the maximum there for me, no, that I know is 10 grams or more. Pag magpas yan sa 10 grams or more, no, hindi pwede mag-plea bargain yan. 5 grams nga, hindi pwede na mag-plea bargain. Okay? So ngayon ang hindi ko maintindihan kung paano yung 10 kilos na yun. No? So sa akin lang, no? Sa akin lang, if that happened, you know, I will not allow that. I will not allow that sort of plea bargain. Ang nahihirapan ako, General, is ito. No? I will tell you this one. Ang sa jurisdiction ko, maski punto 1.00.1, ang pulis ayaw mag-plea bargain. Doon ako hindi ko nagugustuhan. Yung akusado gusto nang mag-plead guilty. Pero yung pulis ayaw. So, sila ngayon ang nangyayari is since the prosecutor cannot get the consent, no, nung arresting officer, katulad ng sinabi ni Colonel Bonifacio, ang lumalabas tuloy, ang prosecutor, hindi siya nagbibigay ng consent niya. So pag hindi nagbigay ng consent ng prosecutor, hindi pwede magkaroon ng plea bargaining agreement na valid. So yun ngayon, it's a chain reaction. Yun ang hindi ko lang maintindihan. So that's why I am asking directly to kay General Medina, ano na ba nangyari dito? Active pa ba itong DIDM circular na to na sinight ni Colonel Bonifacio or not?
Sige po, General Medina.
Yes, sir. Yung DIDM circular na yun, in-effect pa po yun. Kaya tama po yung comment ulit ni Judge Javier. Siguro po, kailangan paliwanagan ng maayos ang pulis about sa plea bargaining. Dahil doon sa, kaya nang nabanggit ko kanina, doon sa mga maliliit, na alam naman natin na may pagkakataon pa silang magbago, pwede naman silang mag-avail ng plea bargaining. Kaya siguro po, it's about siguro informing the arresting officer siguro po. At siguro kung kukuha namin yung mga pangalan na yun, siguro pwede namin i-call ang attention ng mga superiors nila para umusad po ang kaso. Yun po siguro ang magagawa namin. By the way, i-explain ko rin pala dito sa PNP-DEG, ang kinukuha po namin na kaso is, ako na lang ang naglagay ng ceiling na kung yan ay 100 grams pababa, ipapasa po namin yan sa lokal, sa mga regional and mga provincial drug enforcement. Nag-ibig po kami sa malalaki po. Yun yung mga nakukuha namin malalaki. At yung information na makukuha namin, tapos maliliit ang posibleng makuha na droga, tinatawag po namin ang mga nasa districts and provinces in station. Sila po ang nagdiding dito po.
So ibig sabihin na General Medina, siguro isa sa maaaring gawin ng PNP ay mabigyan ng impormasyon, no, yung membro, no, lahat ng membro ng PNP regarding dito sa plea bargaining agreement.
Mga educational campaign sa mga kapulisan natin.
Tama po yun.
Okay.
Siguro, Judge Mads,
Po.
siguro itakil din natin yung Senate bill ni Senate President Soto, yung 492.
Oo.
No?
Yung
I think it has to do with some clarification on the ruling of the Supreme Court in the case of Istipona. No? Dito, pinapasukan niya ng amendments yung plea bargaining, no, sa kanyang Senate bill. Siguro maganda pag-usapan yan at kahit paano magkakaroon ng linaw yan.
At saka yung sa proposal ni Senator Tito Soto, ang pabor lang po siya para sa kaalaman ng madla is yung mga small amount ng drugs na i-enter sa plea bargaining. Yung mga malalaking gramo, dapat hindi na ipasok sa plea
That's right.
bargaining yan.
Oo.
So ano po ang stand ng kapulisan natin dun sa stand ni Senator Tito Soto?
Apo, either kay General Medina o kay Colonel Abong.
Abong.
Good afternoon po ulit.
Apo,
Ma'am,
good
sir.
afternoon.
Especially to our esteemed guests. We had the chance to attend one of the committee hearings before the Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, headed by Senator Bato de la Rosa. We already expressed our position. We support the proposed bill, especially yung the ceiling or finding a rock bottom with regard to the amount of drugs which can be subjected to plea bargaining. However, what we are opposed to is certain amendments with regard to the observance ng chain of custody. I think this is a consolidated bill kasi. There was a bill coming from the lower house. They are already requiring yung instead of media representatives being a witness during the conduct of inventory, they will be requiring, based on that proposed House bill, the presentation of the newspaper of general circulation. Okay, picturean siya, and then it will substitute, or it will be in lieu of a witness or representative from the media signing the inventory receipt. Now, if the police officers or operatives have failed to comply with that requirement, automatically, magkakaroon ng presumption ng planting of evidence. Mahirap po yun sa part namin. Lalo-lalo na po, may mga lugar, mga far-flung areas, syempre, hindi ka naman makakabili ng diary dyan. Print media, mahirap mag-produce. At most of the time, lalo ngayon, people are relying on technological advances. Puro mga online media na yung ginagamit when it comes to news. Secondly, yung conduct ng drug operations po natin, talaga nag-aagaw sa oras yan. Ora de peligro. Minsan, gabi, aabot ka ng madaling araw. So for you to produce a newspaper general circulation of whatever date would somewhat be detrimental. In fact, yung amendment po sa 9165, the Public Act 10640, has already relaxed that rule, yung requirement. Kaya kami po, we support the bill. However, coming up with certain stringent requirements ng chain of custody disposition would only negatively affect the prosecution of drug cases rather than assist yung ating mga kapulisan and then yung ating prosecutorial arm ng gobyerno.
Partner, ma-interrupt ko lang po kayo kasi nakikita ko na rin sa hindi po siya magpa-participate, baka meron lang siyang gustong itanong kay Judge or kay General. Sa kabilang linya po, si Attorney Gloria Calvario ng Commission on Audit.
Hello po, good afternoon po, Attorney Glo.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Meron ka bang gustong itanong kay Judge? Hinggil po, kasi nakita ko kanina ka pa nakamonitor kung meron ka pong gustong i-share o itanong kaugnay sa dinidiscuss namin sa plea bargaining. Si Attorney Glo po is co-rotarian ko at gusto ko rin siya i-congratulate. Awardee po siya ng Marioneri Awardee last sa Marriott Hotel.
Ay, congratulations po, Attorney Gloria.
Ganon din si Colonel Bonifacio sa drug.
Congratulations po, Attorney Colonel Bonifacio.
So, pinapasok ko siya, hindi siya part, pero I guess meron yata siyang gustong itanong. Attorney Glo, go ahead.
Go ahead po.
Kanino mo i-address yung iyong question?
Okay. Actually, kasi I'm not really into drugs. Kasi my forte is on government audit. So, I just want to other instances na, for example, there are cases kasi na where the tawag dito yung accused would like to plea bargain, but however yung hindi naman nga pinayagan. So in that case, magiging ano ng judge noon, ayaw ng hindi papayagan. So anong magiging recourse ng judge kung hindi siya papayagan din ng kabila or what?
Siguro, Judge, gusto niya
siguro
malaman
kay
kung
Judge.
kayang i-withdraw yung plea of guilt niya, no? That's because sa epekto ng plea bargaining niya.
Siguro yung tanong na yun para kay
Intended kay Judge
kay
Javier.
Judge Javier.
Anong bali ang what will happen is the accused will not plead guilty,
Yes, for example,
Kasi parang hindi ko nakuha yung facts
Okay.
For example, may gusto niya mag-plea bargain. However, ngayon naman pumayag din ng kabila, ano pang magiging ibang remedies in that case. May iba bang remedy?
Okay. Ito, attorney, in reality, if the other party or the prosecution will not give its consent to the plea bargaining, what will happen is the prosecution will present evidence. The prosecution will prove his guilt as charged. Yun ang mangyayari.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Okay.
So ano partner? May gusto ka ba itanong kay Colonel, kay Attorney?
Siguro,
Hindi, kanina, may na-mention kanina si General, pasensya na po, Attorney, Judge, no? May na-mention kanina mabalik ko kay General Medina, no? Okay. General, di ba nabanggit mo kanina yung tungkol sa yung pagkakahuli nyo muli doon sa, tama ba ako, Big Fish ba yun? Na avail noong plea bargaining and then nahuli uli. So, may iba pa bang kaso bukod doon na nangyari na rin? So, may statistics na ba tayo para doon?
Sa ngayon, yun pa lang ang na-encounter ko na case, yung nag-avail ng plea bargaining.
So kanina, 'di ba, parang may tema kasi na gusto nyo magkaroon ng parang control. Tama po ba ako? Control na para hindi na maulit iyon, like control measures para wala nang ganong klaseng kaso sa susunod.
Yes, ang magandang mangyari dito yung kagaya, meron tayong kagaya ni Javier na hindi talaga papayag sa mga ganun, alam nila ng malalaki tapos nakakapag-avail. So tama naman ang niya dahil hindi naman niya saklaw lahat ang mga decision ng ibang court. Yun lang, yung very glaring na kaso na sana pag malaki nadadaan sa nakakalimutan na meron palang case na malaki siya tapos nakakapag-avail. And then ang naging effect, balik na naman sa kalsada ang trabaho. Namang drugs na kakalot sa kalsada. So, kawawa na naman yung mga tao dahil may drug lord na at large siya at actually hinahanap namin siya. Nakapag-file kami ng case sa kanya. So, isa yun sa mga hinahanap natin. It's just one of the example na I know may mga case na gano'n sa ibang drug enforcement unit, may mga quitting gano'n.
So, hindi ko alam kung para kanina itong itatanong ko, pero pwede pong ganito, no? Kasi ang lumalabas ang pumapasok sa isip ko, kapatid na Mads, no? Okay. Baka tama yung baka magkaroon ng yung domino effect, yung mga ganong kahit isang kaso lang kasi pwede mag-cause ng domino effect yan eh. Tama po ba ako sa ating mga panauhin ko? I don't know kung nag-agree kayo doon. No? So, ano sa tingin ninyo? Pwede pong sumagot po yung ating, kung sino po sa mga panauhin natin. Ano sa tingin ninyo ang mas mabisang control para magawa natin ng paraan yung issue na yun, yung binabanggit ni General Medina? Pwede pong sumagot kahit na sino po, bukod lang po kay General Medina. O baka General Medina, baka
Okay.
meron po kayong solusyon.
Meron akong dyan, meron akong sagot dyan, kapatid na Dennis.
Apo, Judge.
Okay, shall I? Okay. Kung babasahin mo, if you're going to read yung DIDM nila, no? The DIDM manual nila. Nakalagay na doon na the arresting officer's consent, no, will have to be obtained. So if kung hindi sila magbigay ng kanilang consent, they can always register their objection to the proposal of the accused to plea bargain. No? Siguro yun ang pinakamagandang doon. Let's put it on record, no, that the police or the arresting officers are rejecting or objecting to the plea bargain, no, proposal of the accused. They can cite several reasons. Like for me, one, perhaps he's the number one in the order of battle. No, nandun ang pangalan niya. Number two, the amount of drugs involved. Diba? Maraming reason eh. You know, General, Colonel, if you were going to ask me, no, I have more than 10 years experience in prosecuting on handling also drug cases. I accept also reasonable objections, no? Kasi if you are the prosecutor, minsan hindi mo alam kung sino siya eh. Pero kung sasabihin sa iyo ng police, ito sir, kasi piskal, kasama to sa ganito namin eh. Pwede i-post natin itong yung plea bargain. Post ni piskal yan. He will go on record on that. That I do not know now if there is a communication between the prosecution and the arresting officers. No? Diba? Pero yung with regard naman to the prosecution to the court, no? Wala pa ako nakikita. Wala akong nakikita na in my experience na siguro hindi rin naman ganun yung mga kaso ko, no? Hindi rin ganun kabigat. Pero as much as possible, kasi majority kasi ng kaso ko maliliit eh. Ang mga amount of drugs involved. But there are some who are high value target, HBT siya. Meron din mataas din ng recovery. Yun, hindi talaga yun plea bargain. Walang plea bargain doon. Walang problema doon. Siguro ganun lang, advice ko lang siguro, maybe it's communication between the prosecution and the arresting officer.
Okay po. Thank you Judge Javier. Kapatid, meron akong tanong kay ito lang may tanong ako kay Colonel Bonifacio, no. Siguro isa sa mga pwede nating masabi, may maitutulong yung grupo po ninyo, Colonel, no. Regarding sa illegal drugs. Ano po yung established na specific na programa, no, para po doon sa mga masasabi natin yung ilang beses nag-rehab tapos ibang pabalik-balik. Meron ba kayong programa para sa mga ganong kabataan na pabalik-balik na lang sa rehabilitation area?
Well, meron talagang programa ang ating pamahalaan ngayon. We call it yung CBRT, yung Community-Based Drug Rehabilitation Program. May mga stage and protocol tayong ginagawa doon. I can give you one classical example that Marikina Anti-Drug Abuse Council, no? Yung kanilang community-based rehabilitation program. Dalawang yun eh. Kumbaga sa merong merong i-repair sa kanila, okay, profiling and assessment, no? Kung sa tingin nila negative yung drug dependence, no? Hindi na siya tutuloy doon sa susunod pang proseso. Kung positive yan, okay, papasok doon sa tinatawag nating CBR, yung community-based rehabilitation. So ano meron doon? Of course, nandun yung konsepto ng physical, mental, spiritual, and social approaches. Okay? Yun yung mga pinagdadaanan niya bago siya ibalik sa community. Okay? Meron tayong gano'n, no? Yung konsepto ng BADAP. Kasi sa BADAP, meron din silang tinatawag na unit na ang tawag doon ay advocacy. No? Pumapasok doon kami. Yung mga non-government organization, yung mga civil society organizations, particularly those accredited by the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency like the People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs. Hindi lang kami nagkakandak ng anti-drug abuse prevention na seminar ngayon, webinar yung ginagawa namin. We do it every week from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No? The one in charge of that program is my Director for Preventive Education and Values Formation. So, yung Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, uma-attend na sila, 1 hour lang yun. Walang nawawala sa kanila, libre yon, and yet we can raise their social awareness about the evil effects of illegal drugs. Isa yon sa konsepto ng prevention. So, yung konsepto ng prevention, 2 kinds. Prevention against formation of future drug dependence and incipient juvenile delinquents. Ito yung mga hindi pa gumagamit.
Okay.
Napakalaki ng population yan na ating sinasagip. Yung problema natin ngayon, yung mga nagre-relapse, yung pangalawang klase ng prevention. Binigyan mo na ng klase ng programa, treatment, pagbalik sa community, kung saan siya nadapa, nandun na naman yung nagbigay sa kanya ng bawal na bisyo. So what do you think? Babalik uli yan. Kasi nandun ang temptation. Kaya dapat yung programa ng ating gobyerno talagang one balance, one holistic, magkasabay yung drug supply reduction at saka yung drug demand reduction. Hindi iniiwan yung drug demand reduction. Puro puro drug supply reduction. In doing this, hindi mo natatanggal yung demand, no? Hindi mo siya natatanggal. And yet, huli ka ng huli, hindi natatapos yan. Hindi, kailan lang? Meron na namang nahuling malalaki. Pero ang tanong dito, kailan matatapos yan? Even our Senate President, Tito Soto, asked no less than Bishop Rioben Abante, the National Advisor of the People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs. Sabi niya, ang problema naman kasi sa inyo, puro kayo push sa drug supply reduction, pinabayaan niyo yung drug demand reduction program. Diba? Napakalaking contribution ng ating community. Kasi sa drug demand reduction, 3 major clients natin. Community, school, and workplaces. Pag pinabayaan mo yan, yung ginagawang effort ng ating mga kapulisan at ng Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, kawawa naman sila. Napapagod na sila. Pero ang akin lang dito, dapat sabay ang approach. One balance and one holistic national anti-drug campaign program. Yun po ang battle cry ng People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs. Hanggang ngayon, yun po rin lagi ang aming isinisigaw. Kasi kahit huli tayo ng huli, matalino po ang Pilipino. Okay? Sinarhan mo yung drugstore, anong gagawin niya? Wala nang shabu, wala nang marijuana. Okay? There you are, you can see legal unwitting drug pusher. What is legal unwitting drug pusher? Sinarang ko ang drugstore. Wala na akong mabiling desoxin. Ano ba composition ng desoxin? Di ba methamphetamine? Okay, wala na. Di ako naman tatakbo ko kay hardware. Pagbebentahan ako nagbebenta doon ng rugby. Diba? These are people known as legal unwitting drug pusher.
Okay.
Diba? That makes sense. Okay, sinaran ko yung hardware. Takbo ko kay Hortaleza, bili ko ng acetone. O sarado na si Hortaleza, pupunta ako ngayon sa Shell, Petron. Bibili ko ng gasolina, sisinghutin ko yan. Dapat maging seryoso yung kampanya ng gobyerno pagdating sa ganitong klase ng programa. Kasi napakalalim na ng problema natin sa droga. And sabi nga nila, in 6 years kaya ko, no? I think this is a long time problem of our country that needs generational solution. Isang dekada siguro. So we have to focus on values, we have to focus on education, and suportahan natin ng social development program, no? Kasi sa PBEG, People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs, sabi ko nga kanina, 2 approaches. Drug supply reduction, drug demand reduction. Itong drug demand reduction is expected to support the drug supply reduction of our government. Kami sa PBEG, dinagdagan namin ng 3. Meron na tayong drug supply reduction, drug demand reduction. Dinagdagan po namin ng alternative development. Nandun ng livelihood, sports development, and values formation. Doon sa programa na yon. Tapos yung public image, yung ginagawa natin ngayon, kailangan nating itaas ang antas ng kaalaman ng ating mga kababayan. And lastly, very, very important, yung alliances. No? Yung ating tinatawag na people empowerment. Importante yan. Yan ang ating mga community base, faith base. Sama-sama yan dyan. Kung wala yung mga yan, baliwala yung effort natin sa kampanya. Mahihirapan lang ang ating mga ahensya, mahihirapan ang ating judiciary sa pagtanggap ng mga asuntong bumabagsak sa kanila.
Pero Colonel, may mga existing na po tayong mga programa, di ba, para doon sa sinasabi nyo drug demand reduction, di ba? Kasi ako, nung bata pa ako, gumagawa pa nga ako ng kanta para sa kampanya against drugs. Nagra-rap pa nga ako nung bata ako nanalo pa nga, naalala ko sa Quezon City, no? And then, meron pa kami mga programa sa eskwelahan. Sa tingin nyo ba, hindi ba sapat yung mga ganong programa? Nag-exist sa eskwelahan at I don't know kung gaano ang statistics pagdating sa LGU, pagdating sa drug campaign, pero siguro, nakasisiguro naman ako meron po sila. Sa tingin nyo, hindi pa sapat yun?
Well, meron tayong empirical data so para the result of our campaign is concerned. Ang sinasabi ko, yung empirical data natin is only focused on drug supply reduction. Dapat sabay, di ba? Para makita natin, are we really indeed winning the war on drugs? Di ba? Well, para sa akin, nakaka-attain tayo ng winning. Pero hindi yun sapat para sa akin. Dapat wag nating kalimutan ang ating mga kababayan, ang ating community. Meron silang obligasyon dito sa ating problema. Kayong nasa media, meron din obligasyon kasi parte kayo ng 4th pillar ng People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs, yung ating public image. Napaka-importante ng inyong magiging role dito. Kaya kami,
inimbitahan na po namin kay lahat.
Yeah. Actually, sa PBEG, isineshare namin itong program and si Mads, fellow Rotarian ko yan, ang People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs ay isang Rotary Community Corps ng Rotary International District 3780. Registered po siya and actively promoting this program. In fact, we are desiring to cascade this program to the 102 clubs of Rotary International District 3780. Why? Kasi bawat club meron 2 barangay, 2 school. Sayang yun. It's a 1 city, 1 district. Buong Quezon City po yun.
Kapatid, thank you po, Colonel. Makatanong natin sila sa PNP, sa side ni General Medina. Baka may programa po ba sa pag-outreach dun sa sinasabi ni Colonel Bonifacio na demand reduction?
Maraming salamat po sa question. Before we answer that, we agree with the view expressed by esteemed guest from Colonel Bonifacio. For the information of everybody, especially the public, no, mga nakikinig, those who are tuning in via Facebook Live, ang PNP Drug Enforcement Group po, meron po kaming separate division. We call it the Demand Reduction and Detention Division. Yung division po na yun, is focused, yung binabanggit po kami ni Colonel Bonifacio, on demand reduction in education. In fact, we have an ongoing project, we call it Project Ready. Yung Project Ready po namin is the resistance education against drugs for the youth. Yung mga personnel po namin, coming from that division, umiikot po yan nationwide actually. There are some cities and municipalities. Nagtuturo po sila ng drug awareness and prevention from grades 1 to 12 students. Ongoing po yan proyekto na yan. Additionally, in terms of information dissemination, pwede po kayo mag-tune in yung pala, and not that we are promoting or we are trying to market this, but I think it's very important for the public to know that the PNP Drug Enforcement Group is constantly communicating with the public via its own partnership with the media through DWDB, 11 kHz, yung anti-drugs ako at iba pa, no? Kontra droga at kontra krimen at kontra droga sa serbisyo. Meron po yan, almost every day po yan. Meron din po kami mga outreach programs, we call it barangayanihan. Pagdating naman po doon sa sinasabing involvement with the civic organizations, we actually have a number of participants wherein we have had numerous memorandum of understanding in terms of exchange of information, pag-mobilize ng tao, we give seminars and workshops kung paano ma-detect yung presence ng illegal drug activities within the respective communities. Marami na po kaming kasamang mga non-government organizations, particularly yung CACG, yung Community Anti-Crime Group. Andyan din po yung NARIAG, yung Anti-Narcotics International Assistance Group, and marami pa pong iba. So, tama po yung binabanggit, ito ng Bonifacio. Hindi po kami nagpo-focus lang, hindi dapat ang gobyerno nagpo-focus lang in terms of supply reduction, but more importantly, on the preventive aspect. If you give the people, we give them enough information on the effects of drugs, mababawasan po natin yung demand. At pag pinigil ng tao sa pagkonsumo ng droga, mas mapapadali po yung aspeto ng law enforcement. Mababawasan ng hinuli, mababawasan ng inaasuto. So tama po yung view na in-express ng ating isa sa mga anauhin. Yun lang, for the information of the public, active po ang Demand Reduction in Education Division ng Drug Enforcement Group.
Okay.
Partner, bago ako may itanong sa kanila, happy viewing po sa Bipad, Visayas. Nakamonitor po sila ngayon. Ilocos Sur,
Happy
Bipad,
viewing.
Marikina, Quezon, Candaba, Davao Region, Region 7, General Trias, Cavite, at yung mga kaibigan natin dyan sa Davao.
Yan, oo.
Nakamonitor po sila.
Kumusta po kayo?
Yan,
So,
yan ang
salamat po sa
natin,
pagtutok.
mga areas ng PBED
Oo.
Pag-rate na lang din ako doon sa mga empleyado ko sa Hall of Justice.
Ayan.
Yung mga
Sige.
yung mga court po sa Bacolod, yung mga staff ni Executive Judge Raymond Javier, binabati rin po namin kung nakamonitor sila. At kinocongratulate po namin si Attorney Leo Perel.
Yes.
Na-promote po siya bilang
Congratulations.
Brigadier General ng Coast Guard.
Ayan.
So, nakamonitor din po sila at ang SARA Group, yung Sustained Agricultural Rural Advancement. Sa pangunguna po ni President John Labrador at Yusek Cruel, wala apelyido, and Director Wendell. So, thank you for viewing po. At feel free po, mag-shoutout po kayo kung meron po kayong ibang question. Yung ibang greetings po at the latter part na lang po ng program.
Yeah.
Kasi meron pa po kaming mga topic na gustong iparating sa mga
Oo nga.
natin
Actually,
dito.
may follow-up question ako kay maganda sinasabi ni Colonel Abong kanina, no? Pero siyempre, batiin muna natin yung mga online viewers po natin. Si Balken, si Romeo Mico, hello po, salamat po sa panonood at pagtutok sa ating programa. Eagle Peter Rodriguez, kumusta po kayo, mabuhay po kayo. At si Sir Elmer Mulik at saka Charis Labugen, kumusta po kayo, Sir Ma'am. At saka po si Sir Emmanuel Lenos Ayan, marami po salamat sa panonood po. Hindi pa ho tayo tapos. No?
Marami yung
Oo.
greetings po later na, pero birthday pala ni Secretary Bello. Happy
Ay,
birthday
oo.
po, Secretary
Dole,
Bello.
ang ating Labor Secretary, Silvestro Bello III. Secretary Bebot,
Happy birthday
po sa inyo. At kay Colonel Abong, may website ba tayo para diyan sa ganyang programa para nang sa ganun makapag ang ating si Colonel Bonifacio o magkaroon tayo ng ugnayan at saka yung ating mga online viewers tungkol doon sa programa ng PNP regarding sa prevention.
I-forward po namin right now sa chat box.
Sige po. Actually, pwede po kung may hotline po, pwede po nating panawagan sa ating mga, tama-tama po sa ating mga viewers po. Salamat po, Colonel Abong. And,
So habang piniprepare ni Colonel
yes.
Abong yung contact number o yung hotline nila, siguro may question ako para sa tatlong magigiting nating panauhin. Na-discuss po kanina ni Colonel Bonifacio yung tungkol sa reduction ng drugs. Maiba po ako, may question po rin dito na related. Pabor ba kayo personally, kayong si Judge, sila General, si Colonel, pabor ba kayo na ibalik ang death penalty? Makakatulong po ba ito sa reduction ng mga drug pusher, ng mga problema, without violating the rights of an individual at hindi na naman tayo maakusahan ng extrajudicial killing? Personal opinion lang po.
Yeah,
Judge?
Judge, go ahead.
Okay, so this is a very touchy subject.
Are you
Okay.
in favor personally for
Okay,
the...
I'll just make it clear, no, that I am not representing the judiciary
Yes.
here. Whatever my answer would be, this would be my personal opinion. You know, the judiciary, we are not in the we are not involved in the wisdom of the law. Basta may batas yan, we will just interpret that.
Kaya
Yan
nga
ang
po,
namin sa
personal
judiciary.
opinion.
Okay, if you ask me about my personal opinion, with regard to alam mo, for me, kapatid, no, the death penalty is not, it is the imposition of the death penalty which is suspended. The death penalty is still there, no? RA number 9165, if we talk about dangerous drugs only, no? Marami kasi batas na may death penalty. But we talk about dangerous drugs lang muna, RA number 9165. The death penalty there is still active. It's still there in the law, no? Hindi yun na-amend. It is just the penalty which is suspended. Okay, that is my take. Okay, now, my answer to your question, kapatid, would be, yes, I am in favor for certain crimes.
Okay.
For certain crimes. Okay.
What about drugs?
So with regard to dangerous drugs, of course, for certain violations of the Dangerous Drugs Act, not for all violations of the Dangerous Drugs Act. Yun lang sa akin doon. Siguro, whatever would be the wisdom of Congress, yan ang trabaho nila yan, legislature. But for me, no, if you just ask me my personal opinion, it's not the present. Is my signal okay?
Okay, sir,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay, my personal opinion on that issue would be I am in favor for some certain crimes. Okay, certain crimes only, not all the crimes under 9165. Also, I have seen, no, I have imposed, no, I have imposed a lot of life imprisonment. Okay, in my judicial career, no, and I have also imposed a lot of heavy penalties, 12 years and above. So the incidence of recurrence of coming back again is very high. So I think for certain crimes, I'm in favor.
Thank you po.
Thank you
General,
po.
on the part of the PNP po and Colonel Abong. Colonel Abong, ano po yung stand nyo? Makakatulong po ba yung reimposition ng death penalty in case na ibalik yon para ma-reduce yung mga drug supply na dinidiscuss ni Colonel Bonifacio kanina? Go ahead, sir.
Also my personal opinion and hindi ito nag-represent ang position ng PNP.
Aha.
On my part, I am very much in favor sa position ng death penalty on being specific on heinous crimes and drug cases. To put an emphasis, kung mabubuhay pa nga, dapat ulitin ulit. Impose ang death penalty doon. Because I have seen a lot of crimes and cases na hindi mo maiisip na magagawa ng isang matinong tao yun. Kung hindi sila na i-involve sa drugs, hindi naniniwala ako na hindi nila magagawa ang crime. So, it's all about drugs na talagang masakit sa ulo ng society natin.
Talaga menace of the society.
On your part, Colonel Abong.
I would like to second the position taken by our director. No? Not necessarily a position of the Philippine National Police, but my own view on the matter is that the imposition of death penalty on certain violations ng Republic Act 9165, I'd like, again, to support hindi naman din judge. Not all violations ng 9165 kasi should be imposed with the capital punishment, no? Na yung simpleng possession ng paraphernalia, mga ganyan ba? But, yung imposition po kasi ng death penalty with regard to grave violations ng Republic Act 9165, yung drug trafficking, selling in volumes of illegal drugs, would in effect deter, no, yung mga would-be violators kapag nakikita po nila na sa part po ng ating justice system na merong sabihin na natin a sad ending for those who would an unfortunate ending for those who would want to perpetrate crimes involving illegal drugs, madadala po yung tao. Magiging deterrent po siya. So we agree. Ako personally, I agree with the imposition of the death penalty, or rather the lifting of the moratorium, the imposition of the death penalty, para po magsilbing deterrent. In fact, we can already observe our neighboring countries, no? Yung Singapore, I suppose, I think Indonesia is also imposing death penalties on illegal drugs. So, or rather on violations involving illegal drugs. So, sa Pilipinas po siguro it's about time that we have our leaders, no, the concerned sector of our government would rethink its position with regard to the imposition of death penalty on specific violations of 9165 and also yung heinous crimes.
Okay. Thank you po, Colonel Abong. At meron ka bang... si Colonel Bonifacio.
Colonel Bonifacio.
Opo, matanong natin tungkol doon sa kanyang position regarding doon sa...
Well, ganito, no? Una, yung problema natin na normally dito sa atin. Pero there are facts na mayroon talagang na nag-i-intrude sa ating national border, no? So para sa akin, we need to strengthen yung ating national border on the potential effects of transnational crime like drug trafficking, okay, kasama human smuggling, money laundering, no? These are the offense that offend the fundamental values of the Filipino family. So with that, there is no doubt for the People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs that we are supporting the accommodation or imposition of the death penalty in our country.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, Colonel Bonifacio. Batiin po natin, acknowledge po natin yung ating People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs Marikina Chapter, tsaka si Director Gary O. Romero, National Training Director ng People's...
Yes, siya ang PBEA Director, PBEA National Academy.
Okay po. At ang Quezon Chapter po ng People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs and Candaba Pampanga
Tandaan po.
chapter. Meron pa ba? Baka may mamiss ako. Marikina chapter. Nako.
Ang office ni Yusek Joel Egco, Media Safety Security, nakamonitor din po sa atin.
Ayan.
Good afternoon, Yusek.
Good afternoon po, Yusek. At meron pa ba? Quezon chapter. Yan. Napakalawak naman pala talaga, Colonel Bonifacio, ng inyong samahan. Ano po. And, tinan mo, partner, baka may namimiss.
Actually, marami pa akong
Marami
listahan
pa.
sa greetings, pero siguro may mga importante kasing mga topic na gustong nagpapatanong din, partner, ano? Para po sa inyo, yung either kahit sino po yung sumagot, hingi lang, siguro itong skip muna natin yan, yung isa munang question, direct to PNP sa
Okay.
kila General Medina. General Medina, can you give us an update po? Ito yung latest drug case dyan sa Laguna involving drugs. Although we were informed by the Chief PNP na ongoing yung investigation and all-out support. Yun po yung huling statement niya. Can you give us other development kung ano na po nangyari dun sa 16 years old na sinerve yung warrant then allegedly napatay kasama yung isang companion? Any update on that?
Ma'am, I'd like to answer that. Pero mas detalyado si Atty. Ramon kasi nasundan niya yung case. Okay. Good afternoon po. Ma'am, first and foremost, yung pong nangyaring implementation ng search warrant somewhere in, rather in Binyan, Laguna, no? Is an effort on the part of the Calabarzon, no? RO 4A, Police Regional Office 4A, yung kanila pong provincial drug enforcement unit noon, together with the intelligence branch of Laguna. No? What happened was very unfortunate. We cannot comment any further on the matter, but we would just like to end with an assurance, no, a note of assurance, since our chief PNP has already gave his word on the matter. There is an ongoing internal investigation, and the police operatives involved in that particular incident has already been relieved of their respective positions and is currently being investigated and has been put on restricted custody. So the public can be assured that whatever will be the outcome will be a result of a consensus effort on the part of the Philippine National Police to ferret out the truth regarding that incident.
Okay.
So, I want to hear an assurance para po doon sa family nung namatay na walang whitewash na mangyayari.
Yun po, no? As I've said, there is already a directive on the part of our Chief PNP. No? Na-relieve na po yung mga tao, na yung mga police operatives. That alone can be seen as a positive sign. They will not be able to influence the conduct of any investigation since wala na po sila sa pwesto. No? Hindi na po sila at least we are not only giving a semblance of impartiality, but we ourselves is showing that we are indeed impartial. The Philippine National Police is indeed being impartial and unbiased in the conduct of its investigation. It's very serious in the conduct of internal cleansing. No? Internal cleansing, that is the cornerstone of the program of our current Chief PNP. Plus, the fact that these police operatives have already been put under restricted custody goes to show that the current leadership, even the former leadership of the Philippine National Police, we do not tolerate. No? We do not tolerate any wrongdoing. That to give a semblance of propriety and at the same time to avoid any misgiving on the part of the public, especially on the part of the family, nilagay na po sila sa restricted custody habang iniimbestigahan po ang kaso. At wala na po sila sa pwesto. So that alone could already is already a strong message, a positive signal that the PNP is undertaking serious measures in addressing this issue.
Okay. Thank you po, Colonel Abong. Maihabol lang po natin, shoutout daw sa Philippine People's Volunteers Against Illegal Drug Advocates, Provincial Director po ba ito? Romeo M. Mico, Bigan City, Ilocos Sur. At saka po kay Vinsol ng Region 7. Siya, PBAID Secretary, and Visayas. Ayan, shout out kay Balken ng PBAID Visayas at kay Willie Beno ng Marikina, PBAID Marikina.
Shout
Kumusta
out
po kayo
din,
sa inyo lahat?
partner, kay Jamie Ignacio na nag-monitor ngayon from Macau, and Marlene.
Wow!
Asa Macau na pala tayo.
Mhm.
And Marlene Solayaw ng PNP-DEG, Drug Enforcement Group. Kay Jeng Handang from Tawi-Tawi, Provincial Director. Mark Cadile ng IPAD, Negros Oriental.
Mhm.
California, Elizabeth, Corotaria namin to, Elizabeth Constantino from Japan. Si Lisa Bamba Buraga. So nakamonitor din sila. Hindi lang po tayo sa Metro Manila at sa karating probinsya, pang international pa.
Tsaka
So,
yung Drug Enforcement Group.
Drug Enforcement Group,
PNP,
nakamonitor din.
nakamonitor. Si Ma'am May Hart, Marquilencia.
And
Ayan.
kay General Olay, maraming salamat po, ang spokesperson ni Chief PNP. Thank you rin kay Chief PNP. And siguro wala na rin tayong oras.
Oo, siguro matanong
Yung
natin
mga
sila
last word, sa part po ng PNP,
Sa
gusto
message.
lang po namin, bago kayo magbigay ng mensahe, ano po yung coordination na isinasagawa nyo sa mga judges, sa mga civic groups, sa mga NGO, para ma-avoid yung mga misencounter in the past, and para makatulong kayo sa isa't isa. Kasi personally, hindi naman po sa pagbubuhat ng bangko sa ating Chief PNP, in his own initiative, si Chief PNP General Eliasar po, since nag-assume po, actually hindi pa po siya nag-a-assume ng Chief PNP before, talagang nagre-reach out na po yan sa mga community. Kaya nga, favorite po yan ng media at saka ng ibang organization. So right now po, ano po yung ginagawa ng kapulisan natin? Bukod sa personal initiative ni Chief PNP para makipagtulungan kayo sa mga NGO, sa mga judiciary, sa local government, para mahusay o mas mapaigting pa natin yung pag-i-implement ng batas at magkaroon ng koordinasyon sa isa't isa. Go ahead, General.
Yes, ma'am. I-give ko lang, ma'am, yung coordination sa PDEA that resulted doon sa Commonwealth incident. Gusto ko sanang i-inform ang mga nanonood na it was indeed very unfortunate na nangyari kasi hindi sila nag-usap-usap, kaya nagkaroon sila ng misencounter doon sa Commonwealth. But right now, nag-usap na po ang PDEA sa kayong hierarchy ng PNP. We'll be coming up with a unified guidelines para hindi na maulit ang ganong incident. Sa part ng PDEG at PDEA, rest assured dahil hindi mangyayari yun kasi mga kasama natin yun at kausap natin palagi, and kung pwede nga magsama-sama sa pagtatrabaho kasi isa lang naman ang pupuntahan na yung matigil natin ng illegal na drug. So, yung mga SOUs namin sa iba-ibang region, ganun din, usap-usap sila ng PDEA. Kaya maganda po ang coordination namin. Hopefully, itong unified guidelines lumabas anytime at ma-disseminate na para hindi nang uulit ang nangyari po.
Opo. Thank you po, General Remus Medina.
Si Colonel Abong, baka may
Yeah.
last words po o may panawagan po kayo. Go ahead, sir.
Wala naman po kayong panawagan, just to inform the public. Kami po sa PNP Drug Enforcement Group, we have a close working relationship with other law enforcement agencies, especially with the PDEA counterparts. Majority, if not all, of our operations, talaga pong nandyan at kasama namin ng PDEA. Pati yung Bureau of Customs, aming mga operations na pinaconduct by our SOUs being conducted within seaports, no? Pati po ang mga taga-immigration sa airport, meron po yan. May close coordination po kami dyan. At ang Drug Enforcement Group po, given the fact that we are operating on high-value targets and sabihin natin mga big fish, at meron po kaming threshold na volume of illegal drugs na tinatrabaho, meron kaming sabihin natin rock bottom kung ano yung aming tatrabahuin talaga. So, 10 out of 10, we do not operate without PDEA coordination. Lagi po yan. Ito must. Hindi po kami lumalabas o nagtatrabaho sa kalsada without having informed our PDEA counterparts. Lagi po yan. And on our end, ako po bilang hepe ng Legal Investigation Division, I give advice doon sa ating pong mga Special Operations Unit. Lagi po pong chinecheck yan. And with the guidance of our director, lagi pong pinapaalala yan. Kaya hindi po nangyayari as para sa drug enforcement group is concerned. Whatever happened before is a very unfortunate incident. Hopefully hindi na po ito mangyari. And nabanggit ko ng aming director, soon lalabas na po yung unified guidelines of in terms of coordination between PDEA and the Philippine National Police. Palapit na po yan.
Okay.
Bunga ng concerted and joint effort between these two agencies. So malapit na po yan, lalabas na po.
Thank you po. Magandang balita yun, partner, para hindi na magkakaroon ng problema in the future.
Ade, tsaka may concern ng ating mga online viewers. So, di ba, may hotline po ba kayo o yun na yun sa isumbong, Colonel Abong, General Medina?
Meron po kami sa inyo. Ipopost namin ulit again sa chat box. Meron din po kami Facebook page. Ano po dyan? Yung hotline number po, nandiyan na rin po.
Okay po. Thank you po, Colonel. Thank you po.
So, i-visit nyo lang yung PNP Facebook page para po kung meron kayong mga query or mga announcement or katanungan sa ating kapulisan, pwede silang umaksyon agad. Andiyan din yung isumbong partner ni General Eliasar.
Kita mo naman talaga, mabuhay daw. From PNP Drug Enforcement Group, mabuhay po ang inyong programa. Mabuhay din po kayo. At meron pa partner from Katarman. Hello po NPC. Watching from Katarman, Northern Samar, si Almir, Sir Almir Ortego, Region 7 Chapter, Emmanuel Llenos, baka po sa PBID po ata
yes,
ito.
Regional Director ko sa Region 7.
Yan.
Emmanuel Llenos.
Opo. Tapos po, watching from PNP Drug Enforcement Group Station, Health Unit, Camp Crame, mabuhay ang Team PNP. Galing po kay Sir Caloy Decena. Ayan po. At, okay. Salam po, Jan. Ange Francisco, Jan Puruntong. Okay. And Amir Ortego. Okay. Maraming po salamat sa lahat po ng ating mga online viewers. Support PNP Drug Enforcement Group. Kudos, sabi ni Chess sa Nairda.
So,
ayan, tanungin natin si...
Partner, before doon sa ibang greetings,
tanungin natin sa last message.
Last message kay Judge, kay Colonel
Javier
Santos.
Opo.
Bonifacio.
Colonel Bonifacio. Si Judge Javier muna.
Oo nga.
Sige. So, last message before we finish the session. No? So, in behalf of the judiciary, we are we rest assured, kapatid, that we will be functioning. The wheels of justice is still turning even despite the pandemic, no? Because of our video conferencing, no? We conduct hearings even during the pandemic due to sa video conferencing lang. Now, I'm asking lang dun sa PNP headquarters to be supportive of sana yung video conferencing, lalo na dun sa mga arresting officers nila na nahihirapan dito sa bagong style of hearing, no? Perhaps they lack equipment and internet services, no? Stable internet services, because in my experience na in the last year, nahihirapan talaga yung arresting officers to testify. So that's what I am asking from the PNP to be supportive regarding this one, plight ng mga arresting officers sila, yung mga lower levels ng PNP. Tapos yun lang, siguro to Colonel Bonifacio and the PNP also to be supportive of the plea bargaining for mga small offenders. So this would greatly reduce our dockets, and at the same time give these small offenders the chance to be reintegrated again to society. No? That's what I'm saying lang. No? Let's give chance to them, no? In the spirit of restorative justice. No? Let's restore them. Actually, 9165 RA number 9165 recognizes this. Yung restorative justice na to. So I am all in favor of this one. No? Bigyan sila ng chance sa ulit. Nagkamali lang sila minsan, baka naman hindi na magbalik. Yan lang ano. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. So lastly, siguro kapatid, maybe you forgot, kapatid na Mads, birthday ko bukas, wala ba akong
happy birthday, Judge! Lilipad kami sa Bacolod.
Judge, yun nga yung tatanungan namin sa iyo eh. Sabi nga bigyan mo rin kami ng chance sa susunod para makapanayam ka namin uli At ang ating mga ating lahat po na panauuhin. Pero siyempre, bago yun si Colonel Bonifacio.
Ramos, last few words po.
Colonel Bonifacio.
Hi, thank you very much, Dennis and Mats, for having me in your program. Of course, nagpapasalamat din ako sa People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs for watching, and of course, lagi nilang sinusubaybayan ito nang sa gayon ay mailahad natin ito sa ating mga kasapi at sa ating mga kaibigan sa aman lupalop ng Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Kung mapupunan nyo, meron tayong Macau. Marlin Sulayaw is our Filipino Overseas Media Affairs Director naka-base ngayon sa Macau.
Wow.
And of course, maraming salamat din sa aking mga fellow Rotarians from Rotary Club of Murphy. At syempre yung ating governor ngayon, si Governor Edgardo Ayento, yung ating life-changing governor. Sa 26 na ang pagtatakda ng ating gobernador sa 3780. At itong programa ng People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs, since Rotary Community Corps ng Rotary International District 3780 ay hayagang maglulunsad ng programa sa 102 clubs ng Rotary International District 3780. 2 eskwelahan, 2 barangay kada club. So marami pong makikinabang yan. At ito po ay parte ng 7 focus area ng Rotary, ng Rotary, no? Ito yung peace and conflict resolution, yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. And of course, partly malaking contribution ni Judge, kasama dito yung supporting education on plea bargaining. And pagdating naman sa life trending change, nandito yung tinatawag nating livelihood. Kasi they will be training, we will be preparing them back to the community. So kailangan maayos yung kanilang pamumuhay. And of course, kailangan din dito, hindi ko nga kailangan napaliwanag sa inyo kanina na one of our significant module sa anti-drug abuse prevention na program is yung proper parenting. So meron kaming maternal and child care dito. That's the fourth. And of course, yung ating prevention of illness, kasi yung ating anti-drug abuse prevention program is focused on mental health education. Okay? So meron tayo niyan, and yung ating environmental protection, and of course yung water and hygiene sanitation. 7 focus area under the drug demand reduction program of the People's Volunteer Against Illegal Drugs, Rotary Community Corps ng Rotary International District 3780. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Judge,
thank you, Raymond.
to my fellow, my worthy brother,
General Medina, last few
Medina,
words po.
thank
Kung
you so
meron
much.
po kayong panawagan, General Medina, go ahead, sir.
Oo, may panawagan si General.
Yes, ma'am. Sasamantalahin ko na po itong pagkakataon na magpasalamat po sa programa ninyo at sa tulong ng ating butihing PNP, nagbigay ng direktiba na tingin palalo talaga ang laban natin sa droga. In fact, for the past 2 months, kasi magdadalang buwan pa lang ako dito, I can safely say, significant ang naging accomplishment natin. More than 125 kilos na tayo. So, abot na tayo for worth 1 billion na ang halaga ng droga na nakukuha natin. I will give the assurance sa public na hindi po titigil ang PDEG, hindi po titigil ang PNP dahil ito ay commitment. At number 1 na programa ng gobyerno ito So samantalahin ko na paabot sa kanila na hindi po, kahit may pandemic, kahit may COVID, ang kapulisan tuloy pa rin magtatrabaho. Maraming salamat po.
Opo. Salamat po, General Remus sa Medina. Nako, talaga
Sa
namang
mga naging
umaapaw.
marami pa pong ano,
Grabe,
kaya lang,
oh.
wala na po tayong oras. Yung mga question nyo po, as much as we can, ipapadala na lang po namin sa kanila yan. Kasi overtime na po tayo.
Hindi, basahin na lang natin. Okay, shout out ko lang po si Ma'am Chess. Hindi naman mabasa yung message nyo. Ma'am Chess Nairda, Ronnie Endel Solteyod, Jameline Ignacio, kumusta po kayo? Okay, and Jameline and Jemarie Libunaw, Regina Rosario Nicolas. Maraming po salamat sa inyong panonood. Ayan po, ay mukhang taga-PNP Drug Enforcement Group din. At saka PBAID, People's Volunteers Against Illegal Drugs.
Happy viewing din sa kay Captain Attorney Leo Perer ng UP Village. Siya po yung kinongrats kanina ng grupo ng SARA, yung Sustained Agricultural Rural Advancement Partner. Mga grupo ng Davao to. Na-promote bilang bagong general ng Coast Guard.
Wow, congratulations
po.
Uy, batiin natin si President.
Din si
NPC,
NPC
President Paul Gutierrez, National Press Club
na
President.
magdiriwang ng kaarawan.
ng
And
kanyang
advance
kaarawan.
happy birthday, Judge Raymond, tomorrow.
Oo, happy birthday, Judge. Ano ba, may pauga ba tayo dyan sa Bacolod ba?
Kung wala lang pandemic, partner, dadayuhin natin yan.
nga. Okay.
Tapos, congratulations din sa club ko, sa Rotary Club of
Punta lang kayo, bisita lang kayo sa...
na nakakuha po ng 55 awards dyan sa
Wow.
Marriott Hotel.
Grabe.
Umabot kami partner ng awards.
Congratulations po, Rotary.
Kay Attorney Gloria Calvario na pinarangalan bilang Vocational Excellence Award sa Government Service. Siya yung nakasama natin kanina sa Commission on Audit. At past president din po siya ng Rotary Club of Loyola Heights.
Congratulations po.
Congrats din kay Father Steve Tainan, yung
Congratulations
Australian
po, Father.
priest po na inawardan ng Rotary Club of Loyola Holy Spirit dahil sa pagpupromote na ito partner ng peace sa kanyang area of jurisdiction.
Okay.
Kay Ana Patricia noon, yung sumikat na community pantry, inawardan din po ng Rotary Club.
Okay. Ay,
Ng Golden
binabati
Wheel
rin
Award
natin
sa Marriott Hotel. At saka syempre yung RCLH Great Empowered Ladies, sina Attorney Glo Calvario, Doc Olive Mendoza, Past President Loida Benedicto, Ma'am Bacamaya, Doktora Claire Iligan, Cynthia Papa, Carol Galang, Rotarian Joey Cabasada. Ganun din po ang past president ng Rotary Club of Loyola Heights, si Paul Angel Galang, Attorney JP Perer, and Vince Reville, at yung marami pa. Napakahaba kasi ng listahan, pasensya na po kayo. Rotary Club of Loyola Heights 3780, kasama na po kayo lahat dyan. And also to Attorney Renan Capule at ang ating kaibigan dyan sa PUP, si Attorney Ernie Salaw. Thank you for supporting Usapan sa Balai ng National Press Club. So kay Rotarian Myla Caden, kay Rotarian Hazem Balajay, kay Sir Jess Tanchanco at sa iba pa, napakahaba na ito. Pasensya na po kay PP Paul Galang and the rest.
Okay.
Kasama na kayo sa the rest.
Ay, batiin din natin ang Pasay City Host Lions Club, ha? District 301, A2, District Governor Yusek Benny Antipoda, of course, ang bagong, ang elect na District Governor ng 301, A2, Ma'am Toby Jesus Maria Antipoda, at ang Pasay City Host Lions Club President Lydia Beno, at ang elected President ng Pasay City Host Lions Club, Joseph Uyching. Kumusta po kayo sa lahat ng Lions Club members at Pasay City of Lions Club member. Ay, oo nga pala, meron pa ako ito.
Happy viewing kay Sena de Guzman, gayon din po
Yes.
sa Clerk of Court ng San Juan.
Aha.
Ang dami nyo, basta Clerk of Court ng San Juan. At kay happy birthday kay Felix Tambungko, kasamahan po natin to sa trabaho ng DCRJ. Happy birthday Ruel Mendoza ng Taytay Rizal. Happy birthday kay Maria Toribio Ilaw ng Quezon City. At
Dapat dito na lang ang cake natin.
oo nga eh. Dami may birthday eh.
yeah. Okay. Happy viewing din from PNP Drug Enforcement Group Legal and Investigation Division. Hello po, Ma'am Regina Rosario Nicolas. At saka kay may Patrolman Jessa Gregorio ng LID Drug. Ano yung LID? General Medina. LID Drug Enforcement Group. Okay. And ayan, Felix Vargas. Hello po. Salamat po sa inyo sa
Felix
viewing.
Vargas, kasamahan natin sa hanap buhay din
Ay,
natin.
okay. Oo, kapatid.
And kay Judge Felix Reyes, Executive Judge ng Association of RTC Judges of the Philippines. Thank you, Judge Reyes, for viewing the show. And hopefully next time, maka-join din po kayo sa Talakayan dito sa Usapan sa Balay.
Happy viewing din, Zener Zabre, no, ng PNP Drug Enforcement Group, OPD. Magandang hapon din po. Okay, partner. Naku, talagang, bitin na bitin ang oras natin. Ito ata pinakamahaba natin.
Okay.
Okay.
Nag 2 hours kami.
Oo.
Sinisenya na kami direct.
General Medina, Colonel Abong, Judge Javier, at saka Colonel Bonifacio. Sana hindi po ito ang una at huli. At kung sakali po, mapaunlakan na niyo po kami sa mga susunod pa namin imbitasyon. Ano po? Lalo na dito po sa matalaki natin ng iba't ibang mga issue. At hindi lang po tayo dito po nagtatapos. Maraming pong salamat sa inyo. Partner?
Maraming salamat po. Feel free po kung ano po may tutulong ng Usapan sa Balay National Press Club
Apo.
sa larangan po ng judiciary, ng PNP at ng mga civic organization. Feel free to contact us para maging kabahagi nyo po sa pagdi-disseminate ng information.
Apo.
Again, maraming pong salamat
God bless
sa
po
oras.
at mabuhay
God bless.
po kayong lahat. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. Happy birthday po ulit, Judge
Thank you.
Javier. Salamat po, Colonel Bonifacio. Salamat po, General Medina. Salamat
Thank you.
po,
Share and
Colonel
like lang
Abong.
po ang National Press Club Facebook
Ay,
page.
ano kaya? Mag-picture kaya tayo? Pwede ba yun?
Uy, may good news! May hinabol po, bago po tayo totally
Ayan.
magpaalam. Sa lahat po ng episode namin, yung topic daw sa drugs ngayon,
Yes.
most view, most shared. Thank you po. Wala
As
pa
tayo
akong
po,
statistics
yes po.
kung magkano-
Ito po ang
kung
pinakamalaki
magkano
at
po
ito rin ang pinakamahaba. Maraming
Thank you po. We owe it to you. Thank you.
O kaya nga sabi ko, pwede ba to? Sa bagay, pwedeng screenshot na lang to, no? No? Okay. Maraming pong salamat sa inyo.
Thank you.
God bless po sa inyong lahat. Ayan, partner, no?
Usapan sa Balay, News and Current
Ang
Affairs.
palatuntunan maghahatid sa inyo ng mahahalagang impormasyon.
Usapan sa Balay.
Sapat na kaalaman, kapaki-pakinabang at kinakailangan ng bayan.
Usapan sa Balay. Ating samahan ang mga host na sina Napule at Madelynne Dominguez.